Scotland have just released their team for the upcoming game against Wales in the Six Nations, and it is a very strong team. There's a few changes from last week's team, but I mean, this team looks like a team ready to bounce back from a really good win last week and carry on with that momentum. I think this is a really good squad. Let's get right into it. At number 1, Nathan Macbeth. Number 2, Dave Cherry. And number 3, Xander Fagerson. Obviously, Dave Cherry comes into the starting lineup from the bench last week. I did think Piers Skuman might get a start, but there was a lot of people that kind of made me believe that it's probably better to have a guy like him on the bench to be able to end the game strong. He's probably one of the better scrummagers right now in the team, and it's important for the likes of a Nathan Macbeth and a Xander Fagerson to really get some dominance at scrum time. I do think this is one area where Wales might actually be quite good, and they'll probably be. This is the one area where I think Wales might actually be targeting Scotland is at scrum time, because they've really been struggling, especially in the front row. But I mean, a front row of Nathan Macbeth, Dave Cherry, and Xander Fagerson is not a bad front row at all. Number 4 and number 5, they've gone for Max Williamson and Scott Cummings. Gregor Brown moves to number 6 with Rory Dodge at number 7 and Matt Fagerson at number 8. I think this is exactly what I predicted they would do. I mean, Gregor Brown is a very good utility forward. He's versatile. He can play loose forward. He can play lock. And I think having him at number 6 kind of adds a bit more options at line-out time and maybe beefs up the pack a bit. So maybe scrum time, Scotland might actually benefit from having the likes of Matt Fagerson at number 8 and a Gregor Brown at number 6 this week. And I think it could be good for them to just get some confidence, especially in the front row, guys. They really need it right now. But I mean, Max Williamson and Scott Cummings are two very hard-working locks, and they're going to be no different this week. They're going to push as hard as they can to make sure the backline from Scotland and the loose forwards get as good ball as possible so that they can play the style of rugby that they play best. Because the roof is closed. Apparently, some people told me in the comments the roof is closed, and that will really suit Scotland. But the forward pack, especially the tight 5, need to work really hard to lay the platform so that the backline can do what they do best. Matt Fagerson coming into number 8. Obviously, Jack Dempsey is a really key guy to have out of the squad, but I think they'll be fine without him, especially for this week. Obviously, I think he's got a torn bicep. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out for, but they really will be missing him, especially in the big games. But I think it's quite fortunate that it did happen before the Wales game. If it did happen for any other game, it would probably be a lot more catastrophic. At number 9, they've gone for Ben White. Number 10, Finn Russell. So they're keeping the combination together, which, looking back at it, it's probably a good choice. I mean, rewarding guys that are playing well, keeping those key combinations together is key going forward. Number 11, Duan van der Merwe comes in. I'm really happy to see that. I think he's been playing quite well for Edinburgh recently. He deserves a call-up. He's going to play really well, and I think he's going to score quite a few tries, and he'll be relishing the opportunity. He's going to be ready to go, and I think it's awesome to see that he's actually giving guys opportunities. Obviously, Jamie Dobie is injured. That's very unfortunate for him, and I honestly did think he would be playing again, because he's looking a bit more comfortable last week than he did the week before. He's playing a lot better rugby than he did the week before. But you can't go wrong with a guy like Duan van der Merwe. He's a British and Irish Lion. He's a very good player as well. In the centres, they've stuck with the captain, Sione Tuipulotu, alongside Hugh Jones. Hugh Jones was phenomenal last week, and Sione Tuipulotu also had a really good game. They are probably the best centre pair in the Six Nations right now. So that's going to be an area where I think they're going to honestly get a lot of wins against Wales. I think an area where Scotland will really target Wales is in the backline, especially defence-wise. Wales have been very poor in defence in the backline. I don't know what's going on with the defensive structures and the systems. There just seems to be overlaps after overlap after overlap. And I think with a boot like Finn Russell, the way he plays, with a guy like Sione Tuipulotu that can give 20-metre flat passes, with a guy like Hugh Jones running incredibly good lines, and a guy like Duan van der Merwe and Kyle Steyn running off their shoulder, it's going to be very difficult for Wales to stop. So I honestly do see Scotland getting a lot of go-forward ball and getting over the advantage line a lot in the back line. Kyle Steyn at number 14, the rewarding his form. He's been such a good player recently for Scotland. He had an incredible game last week, and I think it's going to be no different this week. He is the number 1 wing option for Scotland right now. I see Darcy Graham is on the bench. That does make sense. He has been on the bench as well for big games, and keeping that continuity with the same consistent selections, especially in the bench, is quite important going forward, because as much as the starters need to learn how to play together and learn their role, as a bench player, especially at international level right now, those last 25 to 30 minutes are key. And if your bench unit can kind of have some cohesion and continuity within them, they understand their role, they're comfortable coming on the field at that time, then they can just play so much better and add so much to the team at the end of the game. At number 15, they've gone for Blair Kinghorn, which I'm so excited about. I thought maybe there might have been some articles or some people wrote some things about them not liking each other anymore, Gregor Townsend and Blair Kinghorn, but it seems like it's been resolved for this game. I think Blair Kinghorn is the best fullback in the Scotland squad. He needs to be there every week. I was shocked that he hasn't been playing the last 2 games, but maybe it's been an internal disciplinary thing. I don't know. But it's good to see him back. And I mean, this backline of Ben White, Finn Russell, Duan van der Merwe, Sione Tuipulotu, Hugh Jones, Kyle Steyn, and Blair Kinghorn is world class. It's probably the second best backline right now in the Six Nations. If you think France has probably got the best backline, it's a very good backline. I think if they can keep the backline like this for the games coming up, especially with Jamie Dobie being injured and you have the likes of Darcy Graham on the bench, it can really benefit the team going forward. And I think this is a world-class backline with a lot of British and Irish Lions. Number 16, George Turner, moving from the starting lineup to the bench. That could just be to give Dave Cherry some more game time. He might need it. Piers Kumar at number 17. He's going to end the game strong. He's going to come on. The set piece will be solid. He's a good scrummager. He's a very good player. Alongside Elliot Miller-Mills, I thought Elliot Miller-Mills and Piers Kumar did a lot better than the starting props last week, especially at scrum time. But they're going to come on and try and make a good impact again. And it's important for this team to have a good end to the game, because Wales could honestly come out strong, and then what's going to happen then? If your whole starting lineup fades towards the 60th minute, you need some people to come on and add some value, add something to try change the game. So I think that backup front row is really good for Scotland. Grant Gilchrist at number 19, he comes back in after a very disappointing performance against Italy. He's going to try and work his way back into the squad on a consistent basis. Josh Bayliss comes in at number 20. We did expect this to happen. There's obviously some other options as well. If Dylan Richardson wasn't injured, I would have liked to see him maybe even get a start in this game or be somewhere in the team, because he's one of these guys in Scotland. He's not a young guy. He's not an old guy. He's quite young still. He's just entering his prime in rugby years, and he's a very good player. But obviously, Josh Bayliss will do a really good job this week for Scotland, and he's got a big amount of pressure on his shoulders to try keep that jersey as his. It's a massive opportunity for him right now, and I'm pretty sure he will take it. Number 21, George Horn. Number 22, Tom Jordan. And number 23, Darcy Graham. That is a very exciting backup bench. That is really exciting. George Horn is a better bench player right now for Scotland than he is a starter. I was thinking maybe George Horn might start this game. Obviously, he's not. I thought also Adam Hastings might get a start, but I do understand them going with the same selections, going full strength, because you never know. Wales did do some things better last week. Their scrum was a little bit better. They won. They got a few small wins last week in some areas, and if they can put it together, they can be a dangerous team. So that game could be this weekend against Scotland. So I think it's very good that they are covering the bases, that Wales could honestly show up this week and have a much better game. And it's important for your guys in Scotland to also, a week before a week break, to still play together, get that continuity, know how to play together. They're bringing in a few other guys, but those guys like Blair Kinghorn, Duan van der Merwe have been playing for a long time now. They know their role in the team, and the coaches pretty much have confidence that they know that they're going to do a good job. George Horn's a very good player off the bench. He's going to be awesome. Tom Jordan moving to the bench from the starting lineup. He can play 10. You can probably play some other positions as well. You can play fullback. He's a very good player. He'll probably come on maybe at 15 with Blair Kinghorn moving to the one wing, possibly. Then you have Darcy Graham coming on at number 23. He is a game changer. He's a very good player. He's a hot stepper. This guy can sidestep anyone in a phone booth. And I think he's the perfect guy right now to keep in the number 23 jersey. I think, as I said, keeping those guys that are playing from the bench, keeping them on the bench so that they know how to play from the bench and to get comfortable in their role, especially a year out from a World Cup, is important. But I mean, I really do like the look of the Scotland team, and I think it's going to be a very big challenge for Wales to beat this team. I mean, there's a lot of world-class players here, and I still think it's so disappointing that they had such a bad game against Italy, because they could be in a completely different spot right now. But obviously, there's a lot of games left to play still. You never know. Scotland could be the team that beats France, and then somehow France and Scotland are the ones playing for the Six Nations title, or Ireland wins all their games from here. So there's a lot that can still happen. There's still a long way to go. It's not like France has automatically won the tournament already. They still have to play good rugby, and they still have to play some very good teams as well. I mean, England, Scotland, Italy, they've got some good games ahead. But I do like the look of this team. I will be doing a preview with a bit of a combined team for Wales and Scotland, going over how I think they will play, what style they'll play, my prediction for the game. So stay tuned for that one. That video should be coming out later today. But if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.